Performance. Here are some tips to help you optimize Windows for faster performance. Try the Performance Troubleshooter. The first thing that you can try is the Performance Troubleshooter, which can automatically find and fix problems. The Performance Troubleshooter checks issues that might slow down your computer's performance, such as how many users are currently logged onto the computer and whether multiple programs are running at the same time. Open the Performance Troubleshooter by clicking the Start button. Click the Start button, and then clicking Control Panel. In the search box, type Troubleshooter, and then click Troubleshooting. Under System and Security, click Check for Performance Issues. Delete programs you never use. Many PC manufacturers pack new computers with programs you did not order and might not want. These often include trial editions and limited edition versions of programs that software companies hope you will try, find useful, and then pay to upgrade to full versions or newer versions. If you decide you do not want them, keeping the software on your computer might slow it down by using precious memory, disk space, and processing power. It is a good idea to uninstall all the programs you do not plan to use. This should include both manufacturer-installed software and software you installed yourself but don't want any more, especially utility programs designed to help manage and tune your computer's hardware and software. Utility programs such as virus scanners, disk cleaners, and backup tools often run automatically at startup, quietly chugging along in the background where you cannot see them. Many people have no idea they are even running. Even if your PC is older, it might contain manufacturer-installed programs that you never noticed or have since forgotten about. It is never too late to remove these and get rid of the clutter and wasted system resources. Maybe you thought you might use the software someday, but never did. Uninstall it and see if your PC runs faster. Limit how many programs run at startup. Many programs are designed to start automatically when Windows starts. Software manufacturers often set their programs to open in the background, where you cannot see them running, so they will open right away when you click their icons. That is helpful for programs you use a lot, but for programs you rarely or never use, this wastes precious memory and slows down the time it takes Windows to finish starting up. Decide for yourself if you want a program to run at startup. However, how can you tell what programs run automatically at startup? Sometimes this is obvious, because the program adds an icon to the notification area on the taskbar, where you can see it running. As shown to the right. Look there to see if there are any programs running that you do not want to start automatically. Point to each icon to see the program name. Be sure to click the Show Hidden Icons button so you do not miss any icons. Even after you check the notification area, you might still miss some programs that run automatically at startup. Auto Runs or Windows SYS Internals, known as sysinternals for Windows, a free tool that you can download from the Microsoft website, shows you all of the programs and processes that run when you start Windows. You can stop a program from running automatically when Windows starts by opening the Auto Runs for Windows program, and then by clearing the checkbox next to the name of the program you want to stop. Auto Runs for Windows is designed for advanced users. Defragment your hard disk. Fragmentation makes your hard disk do extra work that can slow down your computer. Disk Defragmenter rearranges fragmented data so your hard disk can work more efficiently. Disk Defragmenter can run on a schedule, but you can also defragment your hard disk manually. Clean up your hard disk. Unnecessary files on your hard disk take up disk space and can slow down your computer. Disk Cleanup removes temporary files, empties the recycle bin, and removes a variety of system files and other items that you no longer need. Run fewer programs at the same time. Sometimes changing your computing behavior can have a big impact on your PC's performance. If you are the type of computer user who likes to keep 8 programs and a dozen browser windows open at once all while sending instant messages to your friends, do not be surprised if your PC bogs down. Keeping many email messages open can also use up memory. If you find your PC slowing down, ask yourself if you really need to keep all your programs and windows open at once. Find a better way to remind yourself to reply to email messages rather than keeping all of them open. Make sure you are only running one antivirus program. Running more than one antivirus program can also slow down your computer. Fortunately, if you are running more than one antivirus program, Action Center notifies you and can help you fix the problem. Turn off visual effects. If Windows is running slowly, you can speed it up by disabling some of its visual effects. It comes down to appearance versus performance. Would you rather have Windows run faster or look prettier? If your PC is fast enough, you do not have to make this trade-off, but if your computer is just barely powerful enough for Windows, it can be useful to scale back on the visual bells and whistles. You can choose which visual effects to turn off, one by one, or you can let Windows choose for you. There are 20 visual effects you can control, such as the transparent glass look, the way menus open or close, and whether shadows are displayed. In order to manage visual effects to speed up Windows 10, use the following steps. Use the Windows key plus R keyboard shortcut to open the Run command. Type sysdm.cpl and click OK to launch System Properties. Under Performance, click the Settings button. On Performance Options, under Visual Effects, select the Adjust for Best Performance option to disable all the effects and animations. Click Apply. Click OK. To adjust all visual effects for best performance, open Performance Information and Tools by clicking the Start button. Click the Start button, and then clicking Control Panel. In the search box, type Performance Information and Tools, and then, in the list of results, click Performance Information and Tools. Click Adjust Visual Effects Administrator Permission Required. If you are prompted for an administrator password or confirmation, type the password or provide confirmation. Click the Visual Effects tab, click Adjust for Best Performance, and then click OK. For a less drastic option, select Let Windows choose what is best for my computer. Restart regularly. This tip is simple. Restart your PC at least once a week, especially if you use it a lot. Restarting a PC is a good way to clear out its memory and ensure that any errant processes and services that started running are shut down. Restarting closes all the software running on your PC, not only the programs you see running on the taskbar, but also dozens of services that might have been started by various programs and never stopped. Restarting can fix mysterious performance problems when the exact cause is hard to pinpoint. If you keep so many programs, email messages, and websites open that you think restarting is a hassle, that is probably a sign you should restart your PC. The more things you have open and the longer you keep them running, the greater the chances your PC will bog down and eventually run low on memory. Add more memory. This is not a guide to buying hardware that will speed up your computer. However, no discussion of how to make Windows run faster would be complete without mentioning that you should consider adding more random access memory, RAM, to your PC. If a computer running Windows seems too slow, it is usually because the PC does not have enough RAM. The best way to speed it up is to add more. Windows can run on a PC with 1 GB of RAM, but it runs better with 2 GB. For optimal performance, boost that to 3 GB or more. Another option is to boost the amount of memory by using Windows Ready Boost. This feature allows you to use the storage space on some removable media devices, such as USB flash drives, to speed up your computer. It is easier to plug a flash drive into a USB port than to open your PC case and plug memory modules into its motherboard. Check for viruses and spyware. If your PC is running slowly, it is possible that it is infected with a virus or spyware. This is not as common as the other problems, but it is something to consider. Before you worry too much, check your PC using anti-spyware and antivirus programs. A common symptom of a virus is a much slower than normal computer performance. Other signs include unexpected messages that pop up on your PC, programs that start automatically, or the sound of your hard disk constantly working. Spyware is a type of program that is installed, usually without your knowledge, to watch your activity on the internet. You can check for spyware with Windows Defender or other anti-spyware programs. The best way to deal with viruses is to prevent them in the first place. Always run antivirus software and keep it up to date. Even if you take such precautions, however, it is possible for your PC to become infected. Check your computer's speed. If you try these tips and your computer is still too slow, you might need a new PC or some hardware upgrades, such as a new hard disk or faster video card. There is no need to guess the speed of your computer, however. Windows provides a way to check and rate your PC speed with a tool called the Windows Experience Index. The Windows Experience Index rates your computer on 5 key components and gives you a number for each, as well as an overall base score. This base score is only as good as your worst performing component subscore. Base scores currently range from 1 to 7.9. If your PC is rated lower than 2 or 3, it might be time to consider a new PC, depending on what tasks you want to do with your computer. Change the size of virtual memory. If you receive warnings that your virtual memory is low, you will need to increase the minimum size of your paging file. Windows sets the initial minimum size of the paging file equal to the amount of random access memory, RAM, installed on your computer, and the maximum size equal to 3 times the amount of RAM installed on your computer. If you see warnings at these recommended levels, then increase the minimum and maximum sizes. Open System by clicking the Start button. The Start button, right-clicking Computer, and then clicking Properties. In the left pane, click Advanced System Settings Administrator Permission Required. If you are prompted for an administrator password or confirmation, type the password or provide confirmation. On the Advanced tab, under Performance, click Settings. Click the Advanced tab, and then, under Virtual Memory, click Change. Clear the Automatically Manage Paging File Size for All Drives checkbox. Under Drive Volume label, click the drive that contains the paging file you want to change. Click Custom Size, type a new size in megabytes in the initial size, MB, or maximum size, MB, box, click Set, and then click OK. Note increases in size usually do not require a restart for the changes to take effect, but if you decrease the size, you will need to restart your computer. We recommend that you do not disable or delete the paging file. Use at your own risk. Please be aware that any information you may find in these messages may be inaccurate, misleading, dangerous, addictive, or unethical. Some information on this page may create an unreasonable risk for readers who choose to apply or use the information in their own activities or to promote the information for use by third parties. None of the authors, contributors, administrators, or anyone else connected with these message suggestions in any way whatsoever, can be responsible for your use of the information contained in or linked from web pages.